Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rel back with a few reviews, actually. Something I'm trying different. Right now, a lot of y'all know that I do not review Netflix series and other series that you can binge watch, right? Because y'all know I like to go episode by episode. I like things that drop weekly. You know, if I'm not doing something in the past, like a Sons of Anarchy or Game of Thrones, you know, I don't know, because y'all don't wait around. Like, if I was to do a series on Netflix or something, and I'll be doing episode one, you would have been done. And I know it's hard for me not to press next, play next. I will if it's something I want. I'm doing like a 7.5 hour bid on my couch because I can't stop. I'm just like, yes, next episode, and like an idiot, it's all over with, and I gotta wait a whole year for it to return. But there's so many good shows that I don't know if you're aware about, and maybe you are. So I'm just gonna give some quick hits on them. Right? I've seen a lot. I binged a lot on these series, so I just figured I'd come share. So this is like Rails random reviews, right? They have no link to each other. Just some shit I've been watching. Not going too in depth, but just give you a little of my feelings on these shows I've been watching. First up, we got Fate, the Winx Saga. Oh yeah, that's right, I said it. Fate, the Winx Saga. This one is about fairies, and I believe they are in season 2. Oh yeah, fairies. But these fairies ain't regular. This is, and they get bloody. So the premise is, there's a chick who is half human, half fairy, and of course she's the chosen one. She's very special. So she's tapped into some powers. She don't know how to use them. We know how that story goes. Then she's brought to a school in another realm where she meets like individuals. Now some take to her, some don't, right? But she doesn't fully get tapped in until the end of season 1, and they're fighting these different the fairy ops. I don't know no other way to bring it. You got blood witches that are like some fairy ops. You got other fairies that want to take control. They have a whole system in this thing. The fairies have a whole government. They have a whole judicial system. They have a leader, like a matriarch, I believe, and it's a whole lot of politics behind it. But there's good violence, and the magic. You know, when you think of fairies, you're thinking about Tinkerbell and granting wishes. These fairies, you got the fairy of water who will drown your ass and take molecules out your body. They not bullshitting. You got the earth fairy that choke you up with some vines, poison shit out you. You got the fire fairy who is, this whole thing is centered around, okay, set your ass ablaze. Then she fucking goes, there's a level where she reaches Super Saiyan and wings come out. Like, once a fairy like gathers their wings, that's when they've like reached full level potential. And that's the goal of every fairy, to like tap into that and be unstoppable. And yes, there's always an evil villain trying to take over fairy world, right? So she's the centerpiece, and along with that, you got your regular. And I believe they're like in a high school, maybe college setting. I would want to say more collegey, right? They're looking like they're in their 20s, yeah, young 20s. But I don't know if they're trying to give you a high school vibe. I'm not. More like a university. Yeah, they got professors, so I want to say a college. It's a fairy college. So you got that age. So you got relationship bullshit. You got your friends that fall out over, it's because it's mainly women. You got the guy fairies, but that's not the centerpiece. It's the lady fairies that's bringing the drama. Then you got a whole separate force that's there to just kick ass. They don't have powers, but they'll fuck you up. Like, they have some type of physical abilities. I forgot what they call them, but they're the ones that goes out to battle, and they got different weapons that'll fuck blood witches up and all this type of thing. And the fairies really come in when they fail, and then when they all team up to battle, it's on and popping. Then you got some fairies who don't like their power. They're having identity crises, and you know, it's great though. It's great. I don't like the title. Fate the Winx Saga. They never use the word Winx in it. It's primarily like a lot of people got a lot of English, British type accents. The main character is American, so she's already in that type of situation. But it's a great show. It's a great show. It's on season 2. Well worth the watch. I enjoy it. A lot of gore, a lot of blood. They don't fuck around. It's not no poof. I hit you with magic, and now you. No, you get fucked up out here with these fairies. It's not. It's not for play. They taking hearts out. They ripping heads off. They doing shit. They get busy. I said, damn, these fairies come with the drama. Well, okay. So that's on Netflix. I highly suggest that one. Another one of my shows that I just finished up is Warrior Nun. Keep it in the realm of warrior women. Now, these nuns, okay, are not to be trifled with at all. Now, of course, there's another main lady, and it's all about these nuns are a cult of nuns that are, for lack of a better word, to fight evil, right? And it's just in the same vein of a Supernatural. Like, I don't know if y'all watch Supernatural, but all angels ain't good angels, right? There's angels that will fuck you up. They're not, so they come with that. You got your demon battles, you got your angels who you thought were good, but they ain't. And you got people trying to find who like almost who God is. Like, you start to learn that there are multiple people vying for the position of God. They're getting questionable characters coming through, but the fights, oh yeah, and it's sword shit. Ain't no guns. Y'all know how I feel about the ladies with the swords. Oh yeah. So it's all about a halo. So there's a chosen nun who there's one nun always chosen generationally or whatever. If she's considered the warrior nun, she's the one who has a halo that's from an angel that's implanted in her back, and she does some. She's got the skills. She can. You can't hit her. You know what I'm saying? The weapons go through her. She's like the ultimate warrior, right? Not the one from WWE, WWF, right? She's just with the shits, and that's what we centered around. It was a young girl who was a damn near paraplegic, I believe, or something to that, and she died, but she was chosen with the halo. Now she's brought into this whole world, so we get to learn what these nuns are about through her experience. She just got here, never been trained. She don't know what the fuck's going on. She just got a halo on the back, came back from the dead, and she gets thrust into this world of demon and angel fighting. And she wasn't even a believer in God. So she's got a crisis of faith, and she's a part of this shit, and she doesn't want to be. So that's the centerpiece of that. And I gotta say, these nuns are all banging. I was like, is this what? No. These ain't the nuns I've seen. Like, these nuns are all young, hot chicks. I'm like, what? What? Really? All different varieties, too. They're nuns from all around the world. They just chose it was like they chose the baddest chicks from different parts of the world and was like, yeah, and then we're going to teach them how to kick ass, and they all fine as hell. And you just like, okay. I mean, some of these nuns, fellas, you would roll up on them and ask them, like, so how is your relationship with God? I know that nuns are, like, married to God. How's that working out for you? Is he taking care of your needs? Do you need to go out to eat? Like, these nuns will make you press the line. These nuns will have you dirty Mac on God. Right? The one person you might want to leave his women alone. So, but well worth the watch. Yes, heavy on the gore, heavy on the violence. Not too churchy, or I would say it presses several lines, but it's well worth the watch. It was in season 2, I believe. Yeah, season 2 also. I finished that in one day. I highly suggest y'all check that out. Manifest, also on Netflix. I think they're on season 4, maybe. Season 4, season 5. But this one is about a mysterious plane flight that disappeared for, I believe, 5 years and then landed. They didn't know they were gone for 5 years. As far as they were concerned, they were just on a flight that dealt with a lot of turbulence. And then when they got back home, they were like, what the fuck? We were dead? And what? Wait, what? Where were we? They didn't age at all. Their loved ones did. They all thought they were gone. So now the government is on them like, where the fuck did this plane go? What the fuck happened? So now they're all come back to a life of, like Marvel when Thanos took care of half of them, and then we brought that half back, and now these people came back to people. It was like, whoa, you're remarried, like you just took my house, like so. It's that same type of thing. So it's more emotional, I guess. It's kind of corny at times with its hallmarky type dialogue, but it's really good because you get to see all these different relationships that are strained by being back. Like there's people who were married who have now thought you were dead, mourned you, got remarried, had other kids, and now your ass is back. And to you, it was only an hour and a half flight. So you're still in love. You're like, what the fuck? You married? Excuse me? Like my kids are now older. Like so, there are people dealing with abandonment issues. Now they back and they trying to find a way how to fit back in this world. But now they're strengthening relationships because they're the 818ers, like the people. That's what they call them. That was Flight 818. So the government is heavy on them. They treating them like refugees. They got to check in to their local police department. Like it's a whole thing. And meanwhile, centered around this one group of 818ers who are trying to discover what happened to them, and they have these different premonitions that they call them callings, right? So randomly they'll get visions and callings, and then there's a group that investigate them, and it leads to another mystery, and they're all trying to figure out, and they figure out they have a death day, right? So they were gone for 5 years, come back, and now they're being shown that they're all going to die on a specific date. So now this whole thing is centered around figuring out, how do we not die? We don't want to go nowhere. They have an exact date, so they have to gather the different people that were on that flight to link up with them, figure out these callings, and throughout there's explosions, there's radical religious groups that are formed who think they are miracle people. You got people who think they're demons, so they get attacked. And it's not good, man. You have to hide the fact that you're an 818er, or you'll be judged, and you don't know which side of the things you're gonna come off of it. You got some people gaining wealth and influence, really bigging up the 818 thing, using it for bad, starting their own little cults and shit. And it's crazy because some things will send you on a mission with somebody they never met, and it just keeps you want to know more. It's not no particularly great acting, dialogue is whatever, but there's a lot of holy shit moments in Manifest where you're like, whoa. And it's something perfect for like couples. It's a couple show because it's something that you want to discuss with your partner. Like, damn, what would you do? Like, oh, that's bogus as hell. Say I left for 5 years and it was only an hour for me. Would you get remarried? Like, and then how do you take me back in and you see people cheating? And it's a good discussion to have with your significant other. It's a perfect couple show. Like, I know if y'all struggle like I do finding a show for you and your lady, you and your guy to watch together, because you hate don't you hate when you're watching a show that you into, and then your significant other come in like, oh, what you watching? Now you on season 4. This is your life. You love this show. Now they step in the room one day like, oh, this looks good. No, you can't watch this without me. Like, no, this was mine. This was mine. You can't jump in on this. This shit happened to me on Supernatural. I really still feel away. Yeah, like don't come in now. I'm forced to watch it when you're off and we both off. Like, so if you haven't started something, y'all haven't found nothing, I highly suggest Manifest. That's a couple show. Okay, that's perfect for both sides, no matter the sex, no matter nothing. You're perfect. It's perfect for both y'all. And what else did I knock out? Salute to Pamela. She actually put me on a show. She's been on my ass about watching, and it's called From. And if you have Paramount Plus, no, Prime Video. It's on Prime Video, and it's called From. And this shit is bussing. Okay, much in the vein of Manifest is some weird shit. It's like horror, uh, a town. This shit is wild. Apparently, there's a town in the U.S. of A. You're driving somewhere, and then next thing you know, you're stuck in this town. No matter it's roads, it's woods, you could go wherever you want. You're gonna end up back in that town. And at night, there are creatures who look like random people, regular people, who skin you, empty your body. I don't know if they eat you or they just fuck you up at night. You gotta have talismans up. You can't open your doors. The town shuts down at night. During the day, you're good to do whatever you want. So it's people trying to live a life. Imagine your whole world. You're living your life. You're going to work. You're doing your thing. But at night, close the windows and do this. You know the monsters come out at night. And they try to whisper to you. They try to get into your brain. They try to gain relationships. But you have to let them in for them to fuck you up. And if you ain't got no talisman, it's like a little rock thing that protects you from them coming in. And it's a town, right? So you got different personalities. You got people just going about it day by day, like this is life now. This is where we are. And you got people like, no, fuck that. I need to find a way out of here. So it is amazing. It's just an amazing show. Because you're just like, it's an entire show of what the fuck. Like, the deaths are gruesome. Punishments are severe. They don't spare children at all. Like, it goes down in this town. And nobody knows why this is happening, but it just is what it is. And I'm just watching it like, what the fuck? So there's mystery shit going on in the woods. There's trees that transport you to different places. It's all over the place. But the acting is fucking top shelf to add on to it. The black dude from where is he from? He's from everything. I don't know if y'all have seen Oz, but he was the black dude that was in a wheelchair. He was in Zealand, that's on Netflix, the first season. He's also, you see him everywhere, but he is in his fucking bag on this show. Like this one, I'm so mad I don't know his name. I want to salute him, but just watch Google from. That dude he's putting on a fucking masterclass of acting, and the show is so different, it's so unique. I gotta say, Pamela, you are 2 for 2 on your show suggested. Now, do not get cocky, because you're gonna fail at some point, and I'm not gonna give you any credit. 2 for 2. If you suggest some shit to me and it's trash, I'm gonna kill you. I don't care that you went 2 for 2. It just is what it is. That's in my character. There's no grace. So be careful when you suggest a show to Rel. I don't care if you did good in the past, I'll fucking slay it. Now, I highly suggest people watch From on Prime Video for show. I believe it's an Epic subscription or whatever, but if you get a free trial, sit down for a day. The whole season is there. Fucking run through it. That's also a great couple show. If you see it just hits. It just hit different. That motherfucking thing. I'm like, every episode, I'm like, what the fuck? What? Wow. So it's a good show. From. All right. I think that's all I'm gonna do. So if y'all have seen these shows, please tell me if I'm on point. If you like, yeah, that's real, that's my shit. If you haven't seen them, please go watch them. Come back into the comments. Let me know that you've seen it. Let me know that if it's a hit for you or not. We could get into a better conversation. If you join the Discord, I'll be in there. I'll be looking forward to those of you who have never seen any of these shows and turned it on and said, Rel, thank you. You put me on. That's the goal here. I thought I was watching I think I'm going to watch Tulsa King on Paramount. It's Sylvester Stallone. I think he's attempting to act. He's about to be a mob boss. I don't know. But I'm going to check it out. So I think that's next up on my to-do list. But yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this and protect your health, yourself, your wealth, man. Your boy Rel is out of here. Peace. Yo, I know I don't need no introduction, but y'all know who it is, man. It's your boy Hollywood Rel. And I appreciate you for sliding through and watching these videos. But you know what I need from you? All right, if you ain't already, I need you to like this and subscribe this, man. We at 1,000 trying to get to 2, all right? Push it for your boy. Get them algorithms up. So when it come to that subscribe button,